I'll tell you a story. In 2005, 2006, Monsanto, which was a seed company that doesn't exist anymore, launched in India cotton seed for cotton farmers that basically had a trait in it that would prevent worms from eating the cotton. And so Indian farmers were paying 450 rupees an acre for cotton seed before. Monsanto basically put this cotton seed, the yields went through the roof. The farmers made 5,000 rupees per acre of incremental profit, and they charged 1,500 or 1,400 rupees per acre for the seed. So it was more expensive seed, but it had a 5,000 profit improvement. And it took off, took the whole market. 90% of farmers bought the seed, not because they had to, but because it was better. And what ended up happening was the Indian government stepped in and said, you got to lower prices. You got to go back to the price of 450 because that's what's fair for farmers. And the farmers were like, we're doing great. We don't need to have this kind of price control. But the government put price control in and ultimately sued the company, went to court and stole their IP, and they left the country. And this was a company that had invested, well over $1 billion in developing and launching this product. The same is true, by the way, in pharmaceutical companies, in software companies, in hardware companies. If you want to go do business in China today, you have to set up a 51% JV where some local company owns 51% of your equity and your IP. The stories around the world, I think, start to paint a picture of why American businesses find it so hard to develop international markets and sell into those countries, when in the US, we make it so easy for companies based in foreign countries to come and sell in America. And that's a big part of where the trade imbalances arise from. It's not just because Vietnamese people can't afford expensive American goods. It's because it's so much more regulatorily difficult to do work in these countries. They can come in and take your IP. And so I think that this is like a really important part of the trade discussions and negotiations that a lot of people miss, that American businesses will see massive revenue growth and massive market adoption if we can get regulatory parity in some of these key trade deals.
Okay, let me ask you a different question.